Hello everybody, welcome back to the live stream. So today we will be learning C++, DQ and also sets in C++. So let's quickly refer DQ first and then we can move forward with sets. So let's see what's DQ first, and if possible we can also look at maps, or we can do it tomorrow. So first, let's see DQ. Um, DQ, it's basically like a queue, but it's double-ended. So we have learned about queues in the previous live stream. So it is a double-ended queue, more flexible as elements can be added and removed from both ends. All right. Can also access by index numbers. All right. To use a DQ, you have to include a DQ header file. Okay. So this is how you can access a DQ. Um, Similar to Q, right? If you notice here, it's again like a Q. Um, all right. So that's how it is. Um, but the difference here is, um, the queue cannot be accessed by index numbers, but a DQ you can access uh, elements by their index numbers. So that is a difference there. Um, and then this is how you can create a DQ. Um, Whereas when it comes to queue, this is how you create a queue, right? Which is similar to queue. So if you compare and learn, it's easier. Um, so we can just print the elements using a for each loop here or by for loop. Um, this is it. Again, accessing all these we have seen earlier. It's the same thing. Um, if you have to change the value of the first element, you can access it and change. Second element, okay, all this we have seen. Push front can be used. We have used that. Push an element, add an element at the beginning. So this is unique to DQ, right? You can add an element at the beginning and also at the same time add an element at the back. So this is a unique feature of DQ. And then you have removing DQ for front and back, same way. And size, of course, empty. We can check if it is empty using this empty function. All these are similar to the other ones, that is stack and queue. And loop through a DQ, we can loop through. Um, yeah, so you can use a for loop. Um, and then you have sets, all right. So this is actually a little different, all right. So we have to concentrate on sets. Um, so let's see. Set stores unique elements where they are where they are sorted automatically in ascending order. So let's just go ahead and create create a new file called sets.cpp. All right. So let's see. Are sorted automatically. All right. Unique, meaning all or duplicate values are ignored. Can be added or removed, but the value of an existing element cannot be changed. Cannot be accessed by index numbers. because order is based on sorting and not indexing. All right. So this is important. You cannot access a set based on its set elements based on its index numbers. So let us see. Create a set. To create a set, use a set keyword. You can do it like this. So let us just do that. We also have to include a header file called set, I guess. IO stream hash include set, I think, yeah, using namespace std int main. I'm just going to go inside this, and then you have to create a set, right? So set string, and then I'm going to just say str, maybe just calling it str. Here there are cars, it's okay. So let me just save names randomly. Then mark, and all right, it's strings, right? So we have to put it this way inside of double quotes. So let me just do that. Uh, and then Alex. All right, maybe just one more name, John. All right, so that's good enough. And now let us just go ahead and maybe just print the elements first. All right, so for loop for str strs in str, let's say strs in str. I'm just going to print cout, cout. Here probably have to say end. Um, no, it's not end, right? It's actually string. So let's say string, and then cout strs strsi, and then just endl or slash n, whatever it is, and that is good enough, I guess. Some issue with the for loop here. Um, looks fine. What is the problem here? All right, I have forgot to terminate this. So now we are good, I guess. Okay, you don't need this I over here actually, because there's a for each loop, right? You can't do the index thing. Um, by the way, if you're new here, please do like the video and also consider subscribing to the channel if you like this content. And let me know your questions in the live chat if you have any. So let us just run this program here, um, and see if we get the output. All right, let us just run this. I'm just going to rename this over here to sets, which is our name, which was our file name, and let me just, okay. So now it is compiling, and it is compiled. All right. Okay, so we just printed the elements inside a set, right? So that's how we can do that. Um, and if you notice here, did you see that there is what we gave the order and the order over here is different? And how do you think the order over here is determined? It's actually determined by this alphabet over here, the first one, right? If it starts with A, then that is given first priority, right? And then the next in the priority is D. So goes like that, right? However, it is in the alphabets, right? With whatever order it is given the priority. So we can also check this for integers. It could be more clearer that way. Let me just do it for integers as well. So let's do it like this, all right? So I'm just going to say, instead of string, I'm just going to say int. And let's remove all this. So let's give randomly few numbers. So 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3. So, and then now I'm just going to change this to integer and let me just print this, but only after commenting that. So now we are good, I guess. Let me just print the numbers and now we'll understand more clearly. Now you can say it's in sorted order, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, even though we just gave it in a different order over here. All right. So that is how we can do that. And next, I think, okay, this is again the same. You're just, doing it for integers. We just did that. Sort a set in descending order. You can do that as well. So if you want this to be in descending order, how can you do that? Greater, all right. So you have to use a greater keyword over here. And where do you have to use that? Syntax is slightly different over here. Um, so you have to give greater and then the type inside angle brackets. So that is something additionally you have to do in here. Suppose you want this in descending order, right? So you'll have to just say comma greater and then int type, right? Now again run the same program. Let's see. All right, now it's sorted in descending order 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So we have to just add this greater and type, right? That is good. What else can we do? Elements in set are unique. They cannot be duplicate, of course. So it cannot be like duplicate elements. If we try to add duplicate, then the duplicate element is just ignored. So for example, if I just say another add a 4 here again, so now if I try to print, I added an extra 4. Now if I try to print, it's still going to print only 1 4. It's not going to print 2 4s, right? So it can't have duplicates in a set. And to add elements to a set, you can use a dot insert function. So like similar to how you can like do it for a stack, right? For adding elements, you can do dot push, right? So similarly, for adding elements to a set, you can say dot insert, right? So and then to remove, similarly, you can say dot erase. So let's try. I'm just going to say maybe um what can we do here? All right, so I'm just going to say dot okay str dot insert dot insert maybe 7, and also I will say str dot insert um okay, 6, let's say. And then after that I'm going to say str dot erase 1, and then str dot erase, let's erase 2 as well. So I'm going to erase 1 and 2, and then add a 7 and 6. All right. So let's see um, if that happens, right? So let's file, and as you can see, we have 7 and 6 added, right? And at the same time, you don't see 1 and 2 here, right? 1 and 2 is removed, right? So that's how we can actually add and remove elements. Um, so you have to use insert and erase keywords or functions, let's say. Then what do we have? Dot clear is there. Clear just removes all elements, I guess. Yeah, clear is going to remove all the elements. So let's just try that. str dot clear. So it's going to remove all the elements. See, nothing got printed. It just cleared all the elements, right? Um, Now to find the size of a set, I can do dot size similar to anything else, like other data structures. Again, you can check if the set is empty, ring dot empty. Yeah, that is it, I guess. Um, so that was about sets. So let's see if there is something new or unique about sets in C++. What are its use cases when it comes to solving PSA? So let us see. Guarantees both unique. Okay. So here, let us go ahead and see. Uh, there is a Stack Overflow. Um, let's see if we get anything here. Um, there is also an unordered set. I'm not sure. We have not come across that yet. Let's see. Um, I don't know why it's not loading here. Let's just try again. I'm not sure about this. Um, I don't know why. Does other stuff load? Other things seem to be loading fine. All right, so let's see now. I hope you're still live. Um, are we good? I think we are good, right? Um, all right, so let's just continue then. Uh, all right. Okay. So what is a set in C++? When are they useful? Um, what are they? How are they useful? Someone has asked. Um, right. Um, order. Okay, repetitions are ignored, so that is a good thing. Like sometimes you don't need duplicate elements, right? So that is something to note. Um, okay, what else do we have here? Um, Sorting is just for speed. Okay, sorted. Okay, so there is sorting and then there is duplicate elements removed. So those are two use cases you have. Sets are associated that guarantee both sorting and uniqueness. All right. Um, okay, unions, intersections. Okay, got it. All right, all right. Okay. So some things you can do using a set, right? A hash sets do not sort their elements. Okay, got it, got it. All right, all right, all right. So there are a few unique things about sets. Okay, so we will get to know more about it when we actually solve problems using sets. So let us stop it there for now. And yeah, so I think that is good enough for today. So I hope you don't have any questions. So if that's the case, then let us just wind it up here. And I think yeah. So until the next live stream, see you and bye.